What's up, everybody? I'm the human monster truck, Perry Von Vicious, and as all of you know, I love collecting old toys. I love things that are kind of touristy and things that are very inspired by mid-century modern aesthetics, googie architecture, dingbat apartments, beachside attractions, those kinds of things. And one thing that I've been obsessed with for a really long time are the trams at Disneyland and various other places, different theme parks and what have you, that take you from the parking lot to your destination for the day. And my wife and I took a trip to Wildwood, New Jersey to check out some of the googie architecture. We were actually there way during the off season. It was the first week of November. Everything was closed, nothing was running. But we did get to go to the Vegas Diner, which was great. It had the exact aesthetic we love, that old school diner feel, classic New Jersey, even though it was named for Vegas. And on the shelf when we were checking out, I happened to see this toy of, they have a tram at the beach there called the Sightseer that drives anywhere. It'll take you anywhere, and they have a toy of it. And this is the toy. Today I'm filming this on December 26th, is the day after Christmas. This was one of my Christmas gifts from my wife. This is a re-release of the toy. This was originally released in the early 90s. They did a re-release in the last couple years. And I'm gonna intersplice some B-roll here because this is a gorgeous toy. It's got a lot of functionality. And I do like the packaging it comes in, where it has the boardwalk kind of drawn in under the toy. So I need a way to display this, and I actually have, and again, I'll throw in some B-roll here. I actually have a toy of the Disneyland tram that's the same scale as this on display up in our office. So I want shelves that are going to match the shelves that that toy is on, and I think I have a cool way to do it. So now that you've sort of seen what we're working on, seen what I have to do here, let's go ahead and hop into Tinkercad, model something up real quick. Probably going to be a time lapse.
So this footage is from a live stream I did actually on Christmas Day. I had received the tram toy, and I was immediately kind of into making this shelf. So I went live on Twitch, and surprisingly, I had a pretty good number of folks tune in. The process you're watching here can definitely be seen more in depth. That entire live stream is on this YouTube channel. I'll link that below. But the brief overview here is that essentially using a combination of cubes and spheres and different rounded shapes, and some of them being positive, some of them being negative. I can create the shape that I'm needing. What you're seeing here is that's the little dip that's going to be in the top of the shelf, and the large piece you're seeing there is what will become the shelf. But of course, right now it just looks like a cube, and that would be pretty ugly. So the next step I go into here is going to be where I start kind of trying to decorate it to match the style of the shelves that I already had. And again, this is just a process of using negatives to sort of remove material. So I'm bringing in essentially a long cylinder here. And then I'm making copies of that cylinder to go around in multiple directions. And then I'm going to make smaller ones that are going to go sort of in and below that. And you can see the effect that that had. And now I need to just finish the design off here, so I'm bringing in additional ones. I wound up being pretty happy with the look of this. It's a very basic design. Tinkercad itself is a pretty simple program, best for doing geometric designs as opposed to your more natural designs, more organic shapes, people and animals, those kinds of things. But when it comes to doing something really geometric, like when I design toy trucks, or in this case, a shelf to display a toy, it's great. It's so fast, and it is free, and it is browser-based, so there's nothing to download, which is pretty great. And I can link to Tinkercad below for those who are curious and would like a look. The part that I'm working on here is going to be the sort of anchor I had a couple screws on the desk, and I was able to use a micrometer or digital caliper, whatever you want to call it, to measure the size of the hole that I needed, and that's what I'm putting into it there. And now you'll see I'm adding a little bit of an inset that's going to go above that, and that's just so that the screw is countersunk into this anchor point. And once that's done and added, you'll see that I'm going to create 2 of those and place them sort of evenly along the back edge so that it'll be flush against the wall. And this wound up printing really well. I designed it all with the idea that I could orient it on the build plate in a way that made a lot of sense for using an FDM printer. I have 2 Ender 3s, and also I have 2 resin printers. But my Ender 3 printed 2 of these in one evening, mirror images of each other. You'll see I'll create those as well. That's what I'm doing here. And that way one shelf can go on either side. And yeah, the print came out on the first try. It came out really nice, and it's because I designed the piece for 3D printing. I had the entire process in mind. But yeah, I'll have a link below to this full video. Okay, it's the morning after and the print is done. I am absolutely loving this new build plate because these items come off so easy. Yes, and the supports just fall off. Incredible. Yeah, just falling right off. And that's it. Those are the 2 ends of the shelf. We'll get a closer look at how those work with the actual toy. All right. So these are the 2 pieces that we ended up with. We do have 2 mounting holes at the back. Again, I'll probably get some close-ups of these. A trench on each one that's opposite. They are mirrored to each other. That is open on one end and closed on all the other ends. And the reason for that is that this is going to fit exactly in that trench so it can't fall anywhere. So that then we can have a shelf on each end and let the packaging sort of be its own shelf, just like this. And I think that's going to look really nice next to that other toy. So yeah, without further ado, let's go upstairs and put this up on the wall. So I am really happy with how this turned out. I think the style of the shelves matches the old shelves really well. I think the scale on the Sightseer matches the Disney trim really nicely. They look really great. It's possible I may display it without the bubble cover later, but I think right now it's just a really nice way to keep the dust off of it. But yeah, pretty stoked on that. What do you think, bud?
Hi, I'm Perry Von Vicious, and I'm a human monster truck. Vroom vroom. Buy my merch. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And make sure you catch my Twitch live stream.